The system's greatest success was never just getting people to obey in public, it was teaching them to police themselves in private. And that's the real power of the internalized watcher. Once surveillance becomes psychological, the person becomes both prisoner and guard. They carry the fence inside their own consciousness. The system no longer needs constant force because it has trained the individual to participate in their own containment. One of the most powerful ways this dynamic has worked in religious history is through the idea that God is always watching. Not merely watching what you do in public, but watching what you think in private, watching your motives, your temptations, your doubts, your fantasies, your resentments, and even the questions you're too afraid to say out loud. Now, in that kind of environment, a person is never fully alone with themselves. Their inner life is no longer experienced as a private space of reflection, struggle, or discovery. It becomes a morally monitored space. That shift has enormous psychological consequences. It collapses the boundary between inner life and public accountability. In most ordinary settings, there is a difference between what a person thinks and what a person does. But in systems shaped by total divine observation, that distinction begins to erode. A thought can carry the weight of an action. A question can feel like an offense. A temptation can feel like a form of guilt before any behavior has even taken place. The person learns that they're accountable not only for what they have done, but for what has passed through their mind. That's what makes doubt so emotionally intense in those environments. Doubt doesn't feel like a normal part of intellectual development. It feels morally exposed. It feels as though uncertainty itself is being witnessed, evaluated, and recorded. The believer is not merely wrestling with an idea, they're wrestling under observation. That can make even honest reflection feel dangerous because the act of questioning is no longer neutral. It becomes spiritually visible.